Welcome to episode 2 of the Create mod. Um, you might notice that I am wearing diamond armor now. I did some digging with the contraption that we made in the last episode, and I was able to get enough to get a full set of diamond gear. I got a diamond pick, and I've got a few diamonds left over for this and that. I need to go dig in again for diamonds, but I've also modified this machine a bit. I've put an extra drill here on the front, and that drill drills the channel where these um, rails get laid. This hand right here, it does its thing and it lays down the rails, and then this one lays down blocks if there needs to be a block placed before the rail gets placed. So, and then this guy, this plow, this picks up the rails after the cart has driven on it. This wasn't my idea. This was something I saw Tango Tech do. Okay, and then, so yeah, this has been modified. And then I've also created this toolbox. It's nothing, well, it's pretty cool. I was going to say it's nothing too fantastic, but I think it's pretty cool. The animation is fun. The sounds are fun, although the rain is drowning out all the sounds right now. But you can put up to, I think, 255 of each item inside of here. And the cool thing is you can have your toolbox down. And from a certain distance, if you press Alt, it'll bring up the inventory of the toolbox. And then you can click on that item and get that item from the toolbox, which is super handy. And I think if I do that, yep, it puts everything back in. And then it's just a simple left click and it pops into your inventory. Oh, I need to relight my nether portal, it looks like. Okay, so on the agenda for today, I am going to replace this water with, why is it flowing? Never mind. I'm going to change this water out for lava. So that will change this from a washer into a smelter. And then I'm gonna crush up all the copper that I have with these crushing wheels, and the copper is gonna come down here and get cooked. The reason I'm gonna do that is because I want to get the experience nuggets, I think is what they're called. Nugget of experience. Close enough. From those, and there's a chance that they'll drop when you use the crushing wheels. So I'd like to get those. Also, on the agenda, I would like to maybe move this setup underground. At least the furnace part of it, the furnace and the boiler and the steam engines. And maybe I'd move these steam engines to the top, actually, instead of hanging off the side like they are right now. It might make it easier to put everything together. And so, yeah, that's going to be the plan for today. And then I would like to at least start putting a structure together to put for our factory to get underway. So yeah, though this is going to be like we've already have a crushing / washing smelting area. And then yeah, I'd like to get some other things going. I'd like to get some a cobblestone generator put in place. So yeah, that's it. We've got a lot for this episode. We've got all those three things. So let's get to it. All right, I've got the lava in there, and it's gonna do its woo. Don't stand in it. Okay. Here, let me get in the water here. There we go. Okay. Learned our lesson. Don't stand in that. All right. So up here, we're gonna put these blocks of copper, and they are gonna come down here into our crushers. There we go, and then we're gonna get some crushed copper ore or crushed copper. I put this chest here when I had the washer set up because things were backing up on this conveyor belt, and they were not all. Some of them looked like they were gonna despawn. So I put this chest here as sort of a buffer to make sure that everything gets sort of picked up and just has a little bit of a buffer to get to the next thing. So let's see here. Waiting for our first stack of what are they called? Not cobblestone, copper. Come on, copper. All right, it's taking its time. I'll see you when it's done. All right, it's done now. Oh, and I picked up. Oh, look at all that crushed copper ore. Okay, here, let's put that all in here in our buffer system. And we got all these lovely nuggets of experience. Okay, I need to find a place to put these because I don't want to use them right now. I want to wait until I've got a full enchanting setup to use these. So what I'm gonna do is I need to make 4 more planks, and there we go. That, and then need to start another chest. Oh, I am recording on Christmas, which is why these look like gifts. All right, let's see how the next one's handled it. Okay, let's see. Okay, all right. Look at all that crushed copper. Okay, so that didn't. Oh, it's not stopping because this filter is set up to take washable items only, and because I had the washer set up, yeah, I wasn't using that. So I'm curious to see if this will pick up all those items. I don't want to go over there. It's looking like it's pulling them in. Yep. I'd like to get this sped up some. So let me grab a brass funnel, and we'll hopefully speed that part up. Let's see, brass funnel. There we go. And let's see here. So if we do that. Oh, nope. No. There we go. Okay. Now it should pull all the items. Cool. One stack at a time, which will make this whole system go a lot more smoothly, and hopefully things won't back up like this. This is the problem I had talked about in the last episode, where I mentioned that was it even, did I say that like 5 minutes ago and forgot about it? Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna change this filter because I'd like to smelt these items, and I don't want to use furnaces and fuel for all that when we can use one lava block and it can smelt all of this stuff. So what we're going to do is let's take a look at our filter. And let's see here. On the deny list, I want to add. Okay. Actually, hang on. I've got to get one of these. There we go. Can be washed. No. Can be smelted. That's what we want. Oh. Smelted. Cool. Alright, this filter does not seem to be... Okay, let's see if that does it. No, it's still not. Okay. It's placeable. Can, okay. Alright, it's placeable, can be smelted. Alright. Well, let's see. Let's put that on here. And then let's see if we pull out 60 of these, throw these on there, and let's see if it gets caught right there. It's looking like it is. Okay, well that's smelting. I'm gonna run over here and go to sleep. And then we will come back and check on that. Yes! Look, it smelted all that copper. Look at that. That's awesome. Okay, so now we just need to get a bunch of this. I'm gonna, whoops, place that all in there. And that chest will regulate how many items are being distributed. There we go. Look at all that copper. That's gonna come in handy. Okay. There we go. Let's take our nuggets of experience and let's put these in our chest. So we've got quite a few of these nuggets of experience, which is good, because although I don't know how much it gives you, let's just do one. Let's see here. Oh, I did all of those, and it gave me 4 levels from what I had. So not a whole lot, but because as we go higher in levels, the amount of levels we can go up decreases. So yeah. All right, but let's see. This is going good. It just takes a little while, but this is all automatic, so let's let it do its thing. And let's move on to moving this guy underground and getting a basement to our factory set up so we can run power throughout. Alright, so I've got a big old hole dug out here, and I'm starting to put deep slate tiles and polished deep slate there on the corners. So this will all be filled up. And then I'll probably put something in the corners, maybe another type of deep slate or something like that. I don't know. Anyway, I'm just trying to make this look halfway decent. And so yeah, I've got the hole dug, and I'll just be putting this stuff in, and I'll put the furnaces in, or the one furnace that I've got so far down here, and we will go forward from there. Alright, so I've got one of the furnaces or boilers up and running. It's not as big as it's going to be yet. I'm going to make it 8 levels tall for the fluid tank part. And gonna get some more steam engines. But for now, everything's moving up here again. It took me a while to get to this point. So, but yeah, this is moving, and it's doing its thing. This is being washed, which is very good. And okay, that's doing its thing. So yeah, it's coming along. I will let you know when I've got more progress. Okay, so I've put in a layer of glass, and I've built up the whatchamacallit, the boiler. So it's at, I believe, its max height. And I was originally planning on doing 3 of those down there. And then I changed it to 2 because I wanted some kind of lava system here, powering these guys in between. But then I decided to leave it at just 1 because if I can get this thing going at full speed with all of those blaze burners going on, I think that's going to be enough speed for me. So let me get going on moving my lava setup down here and getting a mechanical arm set up. So give me a minute and I'll be done with that. All right, so I've got the lava system mostly in place. I'm missing the mechanical arm, and that's going to be the thing I'm working on next, but I'm going to have to add a few machines up here on the top level in order to do that. But let me show you what's going on. So the lava is dripping down into these cauldrons, and as they fill up, this pump is pulling the lava out from the cauldrons and putting it into this fluid container here. And then from there, we have another pump pumping into this spout, and this spout will automatically pour lava into an empty bucket that's sitting on the bottom here. And if there's one there already, obviously it's not going to do it again. But let's see if we can. Let's see. Let's borrow this, and we'll put that, and you can see it fill it up. There you go. And let's see. I want to. Oops. Want to get it right up here. Let's see if I can do this. Well, maybe I'll just do that. There we go. All right, so it is going. So I need the mechanical arm to automate the pouring of lava into these blaze burners. So that way it's at least always somewhat full. So yeah, the lava system is mostly done, but I'm missing that one pretty big piece. So I'll turn the recording back on when I have the system up here in place to do the what are they called? Mechanical or precision mechanism. This involves a few things here, so let me get that assembled and we'll go from there. Okay, so I've got the machine built here. We've got our 3 deployers. I've already gone through a couple times of this, but you put it down. It puts a small gear, a large gear, and then an iron nugget in, and then it comes off the side. And then you repeat that up about 5 times. So I think this is time number 4 that we've gone through here. And if we take it again and go through this, hopefully we will... Hey, there we go. Precision mechanism. Now I can make the arm. So let me do that. All right, so I've got the mechanical arm crafted, and now I just need to set its inputs and outputs. So the first input is going to be this depot. It's going to pull the lava bucket off of the depot, and then it's going to put into these blaze burners the lava. So let's go ahead. So we set that input, and then let's put these as an output. So let's see. We want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There we go. And then we want to set this as an output as well. And then if we do this, there we go. He's grabbing lava buckets and putting them onto the blazes. That's fantastic. Let's see, do we have any more lava buckets? Yep, we've got one more. And let's see, are all of the blazes going? Looks like it. All right. So he is doing his thing. I'm very happy about that. Full disclosure, I actually accidentally opened this world in just a regular Minecraft session, so without the create mod, which means all the create stuff went away. So I had to spend a couple hours in creative mode, putting everything back the way it was. There are obviously some differences. Like these guys aren't exactly in the same spot they were in before. But I got everything moving actually faster due to one of those adjustable chain drives or something like that. You give it an input and it doubles the output, which is really convenient. So yeah, he's doing that, and these things are cranking. These grinders here, man, they really grind through things fast. And we've got a lot of things here. This is a lot of copper. We got a little bit of zinc, and we've got some iron as well. So yeah, we're doing good. So let me get the elevator built. It's going to be where those planks are down there, and it'll take us up and down. Although I might have to move that to make room for the elevator. But I will put the recording back on once I figured out what I'm going to do. So the elevator's in. You can see it down there, and there's this rope pulley right here, and his job is to pull the elevator up and let it down. Next to it, I have a gear shift, I believe it's called, and then on that, I have a wireless redstone, or a redstone link, I think is what they're called. But anyway, so the gear shift, it takes the signal coming, or the rotation coming into it, and if you give it a redstone signal, then it reverses it. So that's how this can go up and down using the same rotation. And then, yeah, I've got the redstone link there. And then I've got these redstone controllers. I made more than what I needed. But you just come up to it and right click, and then you press whatever button you have it bound to. In this case, I have it bound to left shift. Oops. Now, the only issue is I need to work out a way and see if I can put in a pulse extender or something. Oh, there we go. And there's just enough time to sneak in there. Yeah, so... and then for going up, it's a little quirky. If I press this and it just takes me up about halfway, and then it doesn't. So what I've had to do is
pop it off of the lectern, go up. Oh, and I fell through the floor. That does happen sometimes. Unfortunately. Here, I'm going to eat just in case I fall through again and die. No, hopefully it won't die. Okay. There we go. Oh, and I fell through again. Okay. Let's try this one more time. There we go. All right, and there we go. So what I might do is get see if there's a way I can get a pulse extender onto this so that you just have to press the button once and it extends the pulse and then it'll automatically go down. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking about doing. But anyway, elevator's installed and it goes up and down. So yay for that. And also over here, I don't know if I ever showed this when I was over there, but this mixer was a part of the windmill setting before the windmill got destroyed by me opening it in a regular Minecraft client. But yeah, so you just put items into here. Sometimes they need to be heated, sometimes not. And yeah, and then it just pours them out onto this depot when it's done. So yeah, that's the mixer. And I moved the deployers over to this side. And yeah, I think it's about time to start getting a shell on this factory. But I want to try and see if I can figure out this pulse extender thing first. Alright, so I think we have both problems solved. So if I just give that a tap, it brings the elevator all the way up. And then I just wait 7 seconds from when you press the button, and it'll automatically go down on its own. Same with this. If I right click and just tap it, and then right click again, there we go. And so yeah, so now I can call the elevator from down there to come up here. And let me show you, there is actually a pulse extender in the mod pack in Create where you can you can extend the pulse. So I just have it set for 7 seconds. And 7 seconds actually seems like a bit long. So let's try this again real quick with 5 seconds. And let's see here. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work just fine. Perfect. All right, so that is checked off of our list. I've started on the wall. Whoops, if I can focus there. The first wall of this factory. It's just some granite and bricks, different cut types of granite, blocks and tiles and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, it is built here, and yeah, I think I like it, and we will continue making the factory. I extended it out this way a bit so we have room to expand. So yeah, let's get going on that. So I was just doing some thinking while I was building these walls. I figured I'd sort of think out loud. I hope everybody is well and is doing well, but I know that there are times when we maybe aren't so well, and I just wanted to sort of talk about that. Me myself, I actually suffer from
obsessive compulsive disorder, and not the kind that you see in Hollywood or um, on TV or anything like that. But it's an actual thing, and it's makes life very difficult sometimes. Other times, I'm able to cope, and I'm able to do all the things that I'm learning to do in my therapy sessions. I'm just going to grab this redstone link since we don't need that one there anymore. And yeah, so I just wanted to say, if you are struggling with a mental illness, or with even if it's not like a mental illness or even a physical illness, that's, there are lots of people who deal with that. One of my favorite YouTubers, Good Times with Scar, he he's a disabled YouTuber, and I really appreciate him uh, being so vocal about his experience. And I want to sort of share the same thing with me, and uh, mental health and how that goes. I guess we don't need this ominous banner here. I'm just going to break it and let it despawn. So yeah, I just want to let you know, whatever you might be dealing with or struggling with, there is hope, and you can come through this stronger than you were going into it. Whoops. Let's see here. We want that. And yeah, so I just wanted to say that. I also happen to be a follower of Jesus, and I know the term Christian gets a lot of well, let's just say there's a lot of press about uh, uh, Christians and what they believe. But I believe, as a follower of Jesus, that Jesus can and will mend our broken hearts and our broken bodies and all that kind of stuff. Sometimes, though, we don't get that in this life, but Jesus offers a eternal life. And you're probably going to think I'm a nut for saying what I'm saying, but that's okay. I just felt like I needed to say something. I just yeah, I know there are a lot of people struggling with a lot of things that are really painful, and you may even be blaming God for the things that you're going through, because if he didn't do it, that he certainly just let whatever it is happen to you. But I think that he is far more merciful and giving than we give him credit for. If you haven't seen it or read it, I would recommend the book and the movie The Shack. I believe they're on Netflix right now. The movie is, and the book you can get from a library, like a library service like Hoopla or anything like that. So yeah, I would strongly recommend those. And I just I just want to let you know that you don't have to go, you don't have to suffer alone. There are people who love you. Even if you feel alone and isolated, um, Jesus always is. Jesus always loves you. Will always love you, no matter what. And He loves you, and there's nothing you can do about it. um, so yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say in this area. In particular, I wanted to say if you do struggle with uh, your mental health, or say you're dealing with the loss of a loved one, um, don't be afraid to ask for help. Don't be afraid to call a therapist or a psychiatrist or anybody that might be helpful to you. I know it may seem scary to do that at first, but these people genuinely do want to help, and I've never I've never really experienced the death of somebody close to me. I have had family members, but uh, no one that was really close to me. Um, but I can imagine it is one of the most difficult things to go through. Here, I'm gonna grab some of this copper ore as in ore form and take it over to the crusher. Um, we get a little bit more if you do it that way, because I don't have fortune on my pick, but you get something like fortune rates a little bit when you put in the copper ore just like this. It goes here into the crusher, and out it comes as gravel or cobblestone and copper. And there's another nugget of experience. So yeah, um, I guess that's all I had wanted to say. If Again, if you need help, don't be afraid to ask. Um, it is sometimes scary asking for help for things that we struggle deeply with, but um, I believe that that is one step closer to you um, healing. And yeah, I guess that's all I wanted to say.
All right. So I put a couple doors in. Um, the exterior is done of this factory. I was just looking around in here though, and I was thinking windows might be nice. So I might put those in either next episode or between episodes. But yeah, so we've got our sloped roof there. Um, I got this idea. I think, who's this from? It was either Tango Tech or B Dubs. They did a build with a similar sloped roof like this, and so I pinched the idea. And yeah, so I'm liking it. Things are a little darker in here, so I'm gonna see if there are any thing we can do about maybe some light sources. Get some redstone lamps in here or something like that. That might help things look good. Oh, and I've created a mob farm down there, and I didn't even realize it. All right. Well, I'm going to have to go light that up. Looks like the zombie was in our elevator. Oh man, I could have called him up. Anyway, I think that is going to do it. It's going to wrap it up for this episode. So, if you liked, please be sure to hit the like button. If you want to see more, click subscribe and click the little bell to be notified when I upload new videos. And yeah, next time in the create mod, what I want to do is, I know I'm in the middle of my outro, but I want to make this system smart. Unlike what I just did right there, was not smart. I want to get a content observer or an item observer up above the conveyor belt here that detects if this is gravel or ores, and it'll switch between lava and water accordingly. So that's what I want to see. I'm not sure if that's possible, but we'll give it a shot. All right. I hope you all enjoyed. Have a good one. Bye now.